Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to another night of Under Fractured Sky Dungeons and Dragons action. I am your hostess and the dungeon master, Lady D. Pronouns she, her, hers. And with me tonight, as always, this merry gang of misfits that I have yet to actually come up with a name for, but no matter. Let's get their intros done first. Hey, Cheryl, start us off, please.
Hi, I'm Cheryl, pronouns they, them, and I play Wavra Evenas, the half-orc bard.
Thank you.
Tripping over my own character's name.
Well, that's what you get for doing it like that. You done played yourself. But
Yeah, I did.
anyway, Miyoko, what about you?
Hi, I am Miyoko, she, hers, and I play Eye of the Forest, Tabaxi Warlock. And D, you messed up something with your intro.
I did what I
You're the,
do.
you're the hostess with the mostest.
Oh, flattery will get you everywhere. But speaking of getting everywhere, Dan.
I'm Dan. Sorry, I can't do that. The pronouns are he, him, and I play Jacques, the Komodo Dragon Lizard Folk Ranger.
Okay, very good, very good. And Bridget.
Hi, I'm Bridget, pronouns she, her, hers. I play Holly, the halfling rogue.
All right, very good. And oh, apologies really quick. I forgot to adjust the audio. So we're probably coming in a little quiet, maybe. I don't know. All right, let's try that. Okay, and next we have Zool.
Hello, everyone's running on the silly juice today. Hi, I'm Zool, he, him pronouns, and I play Alvine de Beauveau, the cockatiel Kenka paladin with a love for sweets.
Who told you about the silly juice? All right, and next up, Salix.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salix, he, him, and I play Averhold, the gnome cleric.
Okay, and once again, bringing up the rear, Mega.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Mega, he, him, his, and I play the character Nova Umberle, the relaxing Fire Genasi wizard.
Fantastic. All right. Well, when last we left our heroes, they were in the cushy comforts of Fringle's luxury suite at the Weckersford's Arms, an upscale multi story inn. They had just finished meeting with the leader of the Montrose organization, Balithor Bolton Blount, where they got a brief history lesson on Ontare and how he wasn't originally a god of warfare, but one of heroism and honor. They also learned that, through Ontare's message to Forest in her dream, that he is seeking a successor, leading Blount to assume that the ailing god's condition is worse than originally thought. This makes the primary mission of the group, which is stopping the cult of Absazel, also referred to as the Unspoken One, all the more important. With the Chaos God closing in on its goals, Blount advised the team to complete their last mission that he had charged them with in Baythery, delivering a parcel to the great library in the ancient city, after which the party could simply enjoy the games for the time being, or perhaps even participate in them. Sorry, I got a little tongue-tied there. So, who has the parcel? Refresh my memory.
'Twas I. Hello.
Hello. So then, it is the morning after of. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Just a moment.
Now we all begin our plotting.
I have the feathers and glue ready for the plan.
What?
Zool, you
What?
got the goat, right?
You know it.
Whose goat is being gotten?
Put
Oh, no,
it away!
nothing.
First the goats and then the goose. Oh no.
You're the goat, D. You get it?
Yes, I understand.
You're the
Hmm.
goat.
The over goat. Anyway.
Anyway, moving on. So it is the day after the meeting had happened. Everybody slept rather soundly because guess what? These beds in this luxury suite are super, super comfy. Best sleep that any of you have had in a very long time. In fact, a lot of you. Oh, sorry. There's just a weird noise outside, and it just threw me for a moment. A lot of you have never had such nice accommodations. Most of you haven't actually. Um, so before we rally everybody to go out, just want to let you know that that Rathbone, everybody's favorite Knoll boy, is again in the kitchen cooking up some breakfast.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know.
What's he making?
He is making pancakes, sausage, bacon, and fried eggs. You get a sense that the this is what he makes. Like perhaps even for dinner.
That's fair.
Well, no, that's right. He served you guys dinner the other night. Never mind.
He's the true chef.
This is the vast majority of things that Rathbone makes.
So
This is
waking
amongst
up,
his
do we smell
repertoire.
what the wrath is cooking?
It's
Excuse
like
me.
I imagine that the guy just like needs a lot of calories.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's a big dude. He's 7 feet tall. He's total muscles. He's yeah. The guy's definitely a caloric thing. I couldn't think of a good word. Anyway,
Got an eight
Vacuum.
pack.
sure. Let's go with those. Anyway, so let's come on. I'm trying to get a picture up of Rathbone for everybody, but it was being a little bit particular and I couldn't get the color one to pop up. So here's the black and white one. Here's the good boy. So anyway, um, so he's just cooking away, and let's see who we're gonna start with. Let's start with Holly. Bridget, your mic's muted.
Sorry. I was sitting here fighting with a button, and I'm like, why can't anyone hear me?
Well, at least the button didn't win. Um, so yes, Bridget, you are instantly drawn to the kitchen with the smell of pancakes, bacon, sausage, and eggs.
Awesome. So Holly would do the same thing she did last time there was breakfast and belly up to the counter and sit with like the classic cartoon style, like fork in one hand, spoon in another, in front of a plate, just like ready for battle.
Oh, hey, little dudette.
Hey, pancake me, bro.
Ah, you bet. And that's when he serves you a huge stack of pancakes.
Awesome. Holly's gonna like demolish it.
Picturing Tasmanian devil. Um,
Yeah, with gusto.
excuse me, I got a cough that I can't shake. Um, let's. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. There we go. Okay. All right, let's check in with Mega. Let's check in with Nova. What's Nova up to?
Yeah, it's upon upon like smelling like with the scents coming from the kitchen. uh Nova does like like stir himself from sleep, but he also feels like just because of like how nice and clean this entire environment is, like he feels compelled to like make the bed immediately after. Just like just it would seem weird if like to have all of these like nice things but then this one dirty thing. So like he does take the time to like make the bed before he goes out into the kitchen and sees Rathbone and Holly in their way.
By the way, let
Oh,
me
good morning.
before I am sorry. Um this is getting unmanageable. Apologies. Ugh. Before we get into the interaction, let me just describe a little bit of what Rathbone is wearing. Rathbone is shirtless, wearing a pink frilly apron, and his leather trousers. So he's got the apron protecting his front from any splatter, but yeah, Muscles McGee over here is just topless. Oh hey, how's it going?
Then.
Nova Nova pauses and blinks for a bit. Morning. That's I see you're not wearing a shirt.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't wear anything when I sleep. And I figured I had this apron here this time, so I just want to be comfortable while I'm cooking here.
Uh, yeah, keep doing that. Uh, food, right? Yes, food.
Yeah, what can I get for you, little red?
So whatever you can give me.
I had to restrain myself. I almost made a sausage joke.
Give in to the sausage jokes, D.
Shh. No,
I
no.
remember the first time I tried sausages. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but after a while you get used to it.
Uh,
You damn near killed everybody.
Me too, my water.
Hmm.
oh, I love you, Mecca.
Well, I can give you some pancakes. I can give you some bacon, some eggs. Oh, ooh. How about some sausage and a couple eggs?
But that would be nice.
Cha. And he puts two sausage and two eggs and a sausage on the plate, and it's rather suggestive. There, sausage joke. Anyway, yeah, here we go.
Oh, thank you very much. And he sits down and enjoys his sausage.
I'll bet he does.
Whoa. Anyway, so Forrest, you slept
Hey.
you slept soundly. You
Yes.
wasn't interrupted by gods or anything or weird scary visions of unimaginable horror. It was just a nice plain sleep.
All right. Immediately suspicious of everything. Uh, Forrest will go out and get some breakfast as well.
Oh, hey, where's it at, kitty cat?
It?
Oh, it's just a thing. It's just asking how you're doing.
Oh, very well. I'm doing all right. Got some decent sleep for once.
Oh, that's good.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great.
It seems like this would be some of the most exciting times for several years, yes?
Yeah, you spend all that time just like laying in a stone crypt, thinking, is this when I'm going to die? Finally. And then you get to go to a place like this and whoo. Yeah.
Indeed.
That was unusually macabre for him. So what can I get
For
for you?
Forest has that effect on people. Uh, Forest just sits down and says, "Uh, how many pancakes have you got?
Oh, how many you want? He says as
How
he
many
flips
can
over.
how many can you make?"
Oh, right now I got 6 right here ready to go. I can make more of them in a snap, though.
Excellent. Yes. I'll take a few pancakes then.
He plates them for you and he puts them in front of you.
She immediately begins devouring pancakes.
Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah.
Fringle. So, Fringle, since you are technically the guest on the list for this suite, you got to have the big bed, the very gigantic, like, and you're just a wee gnome. You're tall for a gnome, but you're still just a wee gnome. Um, you got to have this bedroom sized bed in this huge expansive room. You're not accustomed to this kind of bed though. Your family's loaded.
Right. Well, that'd be perfect for Fringle because he would just like burrow into it. Just like as he gets up, he just kind of see his head pop out of a bundle of blankets in the center of the bed.
The hair tana going sping.
Yeah. And he'd just kind of crawl out of bed to the smell of food. And he'd just make sure to grab his clerical coat. Yeah, I can't talk. Clerical coat, and he's gonna walk into the common area, and you can see that he's all he's wearing is his pants and his clerical coat, and his hair's down. But he's just kind of lazily going towards the smell of food.
Oh hey.
Hello, food.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of food right here. There you go.
Thank you.
Gives you a big platter full of everything.
Fringle immediately starts eating.
Weira. So, you would be the other person in this party who is not unaccustomed to, kind of luxurious places, but you only got into those places because of your father, not on your own merits. But this is the first time that you've been able to enjoy a nice big bed all to yourself in a very long time.
And Wayra being pretty, big girl, she just has been sprawled out, stretched out on the bed. Oh, this is nice. After cramped in rooms and sleep around outside. And she smells the food, but she doesn't really want to get up.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You're cutting in and out.
Yeah, that's because my laptop decided to fall asleep.
Ah,
I hadn't moved the mouse in long enough.
damn you, laptop.
Yep. So she doesn't want to get up, but she smells food, so she kind of reluctantly pulls herself out of bed and goes and asks Rathbone for some sausage and eggs and a couple of pancakes.
Sausage, eggs, and a couple of pancakes. All right, here you go.
Thank you.
All right, and Avne.
Hello.
Hello. This is the first time in a long while that you've been able to sleep without being in your armor. Well, no, second
Yeah.
time because you got a chance to back at the Boar's End Tavern.
Yeah.
Tell us about your morning.
Oh, it's pretty good. Very comfy without the armor. um, they would they would get up and out of bed, no problem, and do their morning exercises, or and breathing exercises, all that junk, all that good stuff. And once they finish with that, they're gonna put their armor on, and then as soon as they smell the sweet food, they just do that thing like, where when people smell things that are really good and they just like float in the air and just dangle towards the scent.
Congratulations, you just got yourself some inspiration.
Dope. Yeah, they do that. With They don't have the helmet on right now, but they do that.
And you're a bird, so it kind of works, but you're a wingless bird.
Eh, don't rub it in.
I won't.
Okay, which one of you is using levitate?
It's Leviosa.
Damn it. Damn it.
So what's your
Oh.
food order?
Apologies. Um, if it's possible, they would like blueberry pancakes with syrup, please.
Oh, yeah, I got some blueberries right here.
It's very good.
And he makes you a big stack of blueberry pancakes, and there's syrup at the table in like a big glass pitcher.
uh, Thank you, thank you.
Just picturing the cockatiel and the chocolate fountain now, except with syrup.
Mm-hmm. But yep, they'll just eat politely, even though they want to dig in. They'll eat politely.
Very good. And let's check in with Jacques.
Jack has never slept in a bed like this before, so for him, it's like sleeping on a cloud. He almost feels like he's being sucked in, despite how well he slept. So when he gets up, he almost like comically bounces out of bed because he's also trying not to scratch the covers with his claws. And by the time he bounces out, and he's still wearing everything, there's never been a time where he's been with a party that he's taking anything off. So I'm sure there's a bit of dirt in the bed. Once he's out, he will go straight over to the counter. He will find an empty seat, probably next to Holly, and he'll just kind of raise a claw like, "Morning."
Oh, hey. What's up, Scale Bro?
Mm, yeah, not used to the beds here. What's for breakfast?
Oh, we got pancakes, we got sausage, we got bacon, we got eggs, the basics.
Give me a bit of everything.
Alrighty. He gives you a couple eggs, couple sausage, a few slices of bacon, and a few pancakes.
Merci. And he's just gonna start right digging in.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
And don't get crumbs everywhere, Forrest.
Sorry.
It's quite alright.
I can clean up afterward.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. There's staff here for that. We'll just tip them real good.
So
Wait, people come here and clean for you?
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
luxury inn.
It is rather peculiar.
But why wouldn't I just do it myself?
Cause you're a guest, and they want to make sure you're taken care of, not working while you're staying here. Oh,
The lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Make sure you leave a tip for them, though.
What is a tip?
A little extra money to say thank you.
Hmm. I suppose that makes sense. I am sort of dirty. Speaking of which, I will be taking a dip in the bath if no one else is going to get in there after breakfast.
Not at the moment, no.
Actually, That actually sounds rather lovely.
I might later on after everyone else.
That is completely fair, Forrest.
I need to feel what it's like.
May-
I,
Maybe we should let Nova go in first and make a steam bath.
I mean, this is like a large communal like hot tub. This isn't like a little tiny bath. It's well, it's up to y'all. I will say,
Well, all of you are soaking in that. Can I see those coins, Jack?
you cut out for a moment there at the end. What was that last bit?
Fringle asked if Jack, if he could see the coins.
Oh, oh yes, those. And he hands over the three odd coins he had.
Would Fringle know like the the schedule for the games, like when what events are taking place when?
It's something you haven't thought about in the last few weeks, but um, you do kind of roughly know when everything is.
Well, just like how much time we have before like the games actually start, all that.
The games are going to start in like 4 or 5 hours, and you guys still have an errand to run.
Right.
Also, you don't know what these coins are. Not in character, anyway.
Okay.
You can find out. Do you want to find out?
Yes.
Okay, roll knowledge history with advantage
Okay.
because you would have reason to know what this is.
18.
All right. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta get Rathbone out of the picture for a moment. As much as I love the boy, I want to make sure that the people can see when we're doing rolls and stuff. There we go.
Didn't they tell us they were passed to the game?
They didn't tell you everything about them. They just said, okay, yeah, you can come into the cities with those. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, no. Anything that was after that, that was me clarifying after the
Okay.
fact.
Okay, that's my bad then.
No worries. I probably shouldn't really be like doing meta stuff like that outside a game anyway. Um, so what these are tokens to be able to compete in any of the games that a single participant chooses. The fact that Jack has three of these coins is extremely unusual, um, because they're usually only granted by like lords or even royalty to like champions of the realm that wouldn't otherwise qualify to actually be in the games, but this would be their chance to compete. So the fact that he has three of them, incredibly unusual. And you're an accountant, you know your coins.
Right. Well, the games start in a few hours, and since you have these passes to play in the game, you want to run the errand and get ready, or
Yeah, I didn't know what they were for, but I was hoping to partake. Sure. I also have to buy two quick things before we get down to the games, but I'm sure I could get something on the way there.
well, we still have to deliver that package.
No, true.
Seems we should get the package done as quickly as possible. I could go and deliver the package.
Well, I have it. So, would you like me to go with you?
Absolutely. I just
Three third.
no offense to anyone. I think I can move the quickest. I just figured if we needed it done speedily, I can get there and back in a short time. So to be honest, I wouldn't mind a little bit of time in the library itself.
Where
Yes,
is the library?
beats me. I've never been here before.
Uh, we could possibly ask where the library is.
Hey, Nova,
Yes?
you know where the library is. You have the guidebook.
Oh, not that I remember. He digs into his bag and pulls out the guidebook that he had originally borrowed from Twice Sold Tales. Well, not Twice Sold Tales, but inside. I had this. Maybe this would help.
Ah, yes, I think we can use that.
I would also like to go to the library. He says with like a very determined face.
Mm.
I
Seem
believe we have to now.
I believe we have a large number of people who need to go to the library now.
I don't see the harm.
Hmm, might as well all go at this point.
More the merrier.
If anybody else wishes.
Oh, sure.
I wouldn't mind.
Okay. All right. So everybody gets ready to head out. Rathbone puts on more clothes. He's wearing just like a simple gambeson now, like a padded armor, but comfortable ish. Um, he's wearing just that now. He doesn't have his full plate on. So everybody goes to the ancient city. Now, let me describe the ancient city to everybody. I mean, you guys have heard this before, but let me describe it to the people watching us so kindly. So the city, the ancient city, is this large ring-like formation. In fact, I can actually pull up the map here if it will work. Is it showing up on anybody else's screen or is it?
I don't see it.
Not at
No.
the moment, no.
Okay, let me do this another way then. There. So it's this large structure that's completely flawless. Like it's surrounded by this white stone that's like almost like polished marble. There's no cracks in it, no seams, nothing. It's like it was formed in this shape. And there are 3 rings to the ancient city. And they're all in like concentric to each other, and they all sit on top of this hill. Um, this is where the very first parts of the city were located back in the old days of the Averso Empire, sorry. Um, and it's rather prestigious to be able to live in these areas, but this is mostly like an area of commerce now. Um, so there's a lot of excuse me, I'm getting all clogged up again. Sorry about that. Um, so yes, it's so mysterious, so perfect, and yes, I was trying to convey those emotions, but I fumbled too much, and yeah. Anyway,
So good. I think we got it.
no place else like it that any of you have ever seen. And the great library is in the outer ring of the ancient city.
Well, this is this is quite the sight, no?
No, indeed.
Yeah, as
See.
Nova has been traveling, like he has been holding his scarf closer to his face than normal.
Well, let us head inside and deliver this package.
Yes, of course.
We've had this task for long enough. It would be good to finally complete it.
Out of curiosity, who are we delivering it to?
We did get a name to deliver it, didn't we, D?
I don't recall.
I'm a look in
I
my
think
notes.
yeah, I feel like we did get a name, but I don't remember what it was.
If it was a name, it was one of those ones that I was telling myself I would never forget, so I didn't write it down.
Yeah, I just got currently carrying football-shaped parcel. Bring to library of to Averhold by the command of Belther Bolton Blount. That's all I got.
Okay, maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't get a name then.
Okay, good, because I was getting worried.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we might not have. I might have just been thinking of something else.
D&D, folks. D&D.
Yeah.
Proper nouns.
Anyway, so yeah, you come up to this great cathedral-like building. This building is newer than most of the other buildings in this area, but still very old. Um, but this is the Great Library, and you know it to be the Great Library because one, the guidebook, two, because it says library above the archway.
I wonder what this is.
a clue.
I've never been to a library before. And yes, he does pronounce it library.
Well, considering you said the name wrong, that's probably why.
No, it is a library. Well, I'm saying it correctly. It's labra. Labra.
Every
It's a lot,
time
bro.
it's worse.
all right then, Libros. Let's get this done.
Love room, rubrum.
Someone started the day drinking.
Let's go to the river.
It's never gonna sound like library.
Until the
It's
final
not-
episode of this campaign.
No, not with that accent. No.
Not with that attitude, it's not.
But Nova is already several meters ahead of you guys.
Okay. Well, so these guys have a right to be excited. Come on, everybody.
I have to admit, I am quite excited myself.
Indeed, I have not been to a library since Merle Temple.
I look forward to the opportunity to do some more research.
Absolutely.
So I just turned off the screen for the people at home so they could see the skyline of Averhold. Again, thank you at August Christopher from Twitter for this. This is wonderful. Sorry,
Yes,
just wanted to gush over it again. So you guys
it is
go.
really cool.
It is. So you guys go inside, and as amazed as anybody would have been for the interior of the safe house at Twice Old Tales, um, this place is far grander with mezzanines, several floors, this big open area in the center, and there's like shelves like floor to ceiling. Um, yeah, it's fantastic.
Nova drops his staff.
Clunk, clunk, clunk. It clatters on the marble
Alright.
tile.
Oh, my stars.
Can I live here? Is it okay?
No,
maybe
never.
later.
Can't live here.
Even Wayra looks impressed by this place.
The city of Averhold has very strict vagrancy laws, so no, you couldn't live here, says a kind of grumpy sounding gnome off to your right at a small desk.
Oh, hello.
Sorry, hello.
Greetings.
We were just rather impressed by the feat of this old library.
Yeah, yeah, you guys, you come from out of town, you guys tend to really like scuffing up the floor.
Oh, apologies. And he immediately starts prestidigitationing the dirt.
I was being. I appreciate it, but I wasn't being literal.
Oh, sorry.
course.
I'm not used to sarcasm.
Yeah, that's the one.
I believe we have a bit of multiple pieces of business here. We have a package to deliver.
Oh, it took all 80 to deliver a single package, huh?
Against all of the bandits in the countryside, yes.
All right, duly noted. Um, all right, well, yeah, let me see it.
They'll reach into their handy haversack and pull it out.
So you pull out this football-shaped package, um, wrapped in a wrapped in a plain brown cloth and tied around one end with some simple twine. And the grumpy gnome takes it, looks at it. Huh. I gotta say, Blount has odd taste in couriers.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we've been expecting this parcel for some time. It's just unusual that there was like 8 couriers delivering a single small package, and I guess you were defending it. That makes sense. That can't have been the
Hey,
only
There were
reason you're together like that, though.
many obstacles.
Yeah, true enough. All right, I'll make sure that the head librarian gets this.
very good. Very good.
Very much, thank you.
And he just kind of stands there awkwardly.
Then, would it be possible to make use of the library?
Oh yeah, the library's open to the public.
Excellent. Then, would you happen to have, if I'm assuming, a section on religions?
A section on religions. We have a whole annex on religions.
Excellent. Then do you also have an annex on mythology?
Mythology. Huh.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, we got a few different sections here up on the third mezzanine, western wing. We got mythology of Akiris on the fourth mezzanine, same wing. We got the mythology on Sarkaj. Uh, on the eastern wing, we actually have it on the ground floor. We have several volumes on the history and mythology of Solent itself. And it just keeps going like this, just rattling off different things.
Forrest is just raptly paying attention. After like 3 more locations, she'll hold up a hand. She's just like obviously thinking very carefully and says, we do not have all day, unfortunately, but I think I will begin with the mythology of Sol.
All right.
Then you said that is where again?
Oh, it's it's on the first floor of the east wing, right next to the cookbooks.
First floor, east wing, next to the cookbooks. Thank you very much. Then do I need any form of identification, or are we simply allowed to go to these areas?
You're allowed to go to the areas, but you can't take anything outside the building.
Totally understandable. Then thank you very much for your assistance, Mr.
Shit.
Oh, hello, Mr. Shit.
Got him.
Got
I believe
him.
it's Merde.
What was that, Dan?
Oh, I believe it is Merde. Mad.
Merde.
Mr. Mad.
Mr. Mayor.
Not mad. He is jack shit.
Fuck me. Now I can't think of one. Okay, he's Mr. Shits then. Fine. You're never going to interact with him again. His name's Mr. Shits.
It's like spelt Siutz.
That's what you think, D.
SCHITTZ. Yeah.
You know that little meme of the DM focusing on this amazing plot point that they have,
And
and then
then
all the
Gobbo the
characters focused
Goblin.
on the one shiny NPC.
Yeah.
This is it. Nah. Okay. So for Forrest will head off to the location that was mentioned.
You find it pretty
Uh,
easily. It is near the cookbooks.
Excellent.
Do you perchance have any resources to help navigate the library?
Oh yeah, we got these handy little map stones like everywhere in the building. If you ever get lost, look for where it says "You are here" and points to it, and that's where you are.
Oh, very useful.
He directs you to this when he's talking about that. He directs you to this fine carving in the wall of a very detailed floor plan of the library.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Beautiful and
Consummated.
functional.
Forrest will stick her head around the corner real quick. Say, I apologize. I forgot one question. Is sending magic allowed? Just something to send messages.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Ah, excellent. Thank you. And then she ducks her head back around the corner.
Jack, although he is being kind of restless because he's not a library person, when Mr. Shits had mentioned cookbooks, he had perked up a little bit, and he just kind of waits a bit to see if anyone else does anything, and then he's just gonna silently wander off in Forest direction and to look through the cookbooks.
I guess nobody wants to go to the games.
He's gonna take it. He's
Forrest
gonna
isn't
take
going to spend all day there. She's going to spend like an hour doing a little bit of research.
Jack just wants to take a quick look at cookbooks to see the variety because he's just curious.
Jacques finds the cookbooks of the world.
I'll have to come back here later. And then he leaves. Now he knows where it is.
Now he
We'll all
knows
have
where
to
it
come
is.
back here before this place burns to the ground. I mean, what?
God damn it, Miyoko! Now I have to rewrite an entire chapter. Anyway, so let's take a little break before we get into too much here. I'm gonna run a quick ad, and yeah, we'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Reading time.
Put the window back up. And let's see, where is it? There it is. I'm gonna run a 3-minute ad.
Okay.
By the by, did anybody remember how long I said the break was going to be?
I don't think you set a time.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
literally
did.
said 5 minutes.
Did I say 5?
Yes, I remember 5.
Okay, we're gonna call it 5 then.
Reading time.
I must say, I had two thoughts come to mind about the library. Miyoko mentioning burning it down, I immediately thought of the Library of Alexandria. I was like, oh great, we're gonna lose another one of those.
That's partially. That's partially what I was referencing,
I mean,
as well as just Forrest's own paranoia about, possible cult activity. Her whole thinking is just like, oh, there's so many people gathered here for this one event. all in one place. Immediately after the cult just tried to burn multiple towns to the ground.
And the
Huh.
library is basically like kindling. It's paper everywhere.
Yeah.
My second thought was, since Nova tried to like correct him, no, it's pronounced library. Inside Jack's mind, well, now I just have to mispronounce it every single time it comes up.
There's
What
also for
Where is the berry by? The library.
There's also
Library.
Although honestly, like I feel like Nova would be the last person to try to correct someone on their
That-
pronunciation of common.
That was Pringle that corrected Jack.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah. But there's also one of the things that Forrest is also thinking. She is worried about this library because, and not to be callous towards life, but certainly the cult could destroy all of these people and their lives and all that, and that would absolutely be a tragedy. Or they could destroy all of written history. And arguably, that could have way worse effects for the future.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, just in this city, Forrest is like, how many targets are there? How many do I have to watch? How many can I watch?
It's a shame that there is no digital age.
What is it, DG?
A monster.
What's it?
That's a monster.
No,
What
I
is
thought that was a
digital?
I thought that was a Digimon.
Did you see? Did you hear? Did you?
See,
Oh,
now I'm just
God.
taking. Now I'm just thinking about the tablets.
Oh, we got less than 2 minutes remaining in the break.
つけたい太陽でオラトロ
I'm gonna spend the remaining 2 minutes just singing the Digimon theme song.
Every one of them at the same time.
Oh God.
I call Frontier.
Damn it!
I can never get it out of my head for the first one that it's Digimon Garlic Champions. I don't know what it's supposed to be,
What?
but it's like I always heard Digital Garlic Champions.
It's Digimon
How?
are the champions.
Oh, okay. I as a kid,
Garlic champions.
it was
No. That's the spin-off. Where no, that's the alternate reality where Matt and Joe never actually left that kitchen and they spend the rest of the series working there.
That's the ultimate battle chef version of Digimon. Digital garlic monsters.
what was that show? It was like on the same like Saturday morning network, I think.
Fighting
And it
Foodons.
was yes, that it was basically Digimon but with food.
Yep.
And also very like a very racist food, but you know.
Oh, yeah. Boy, that's uncomfortable.
I never
It's
Can't
it's not a show you can really like go back and watch as an adult without immediately.
It's like, oh my
It's just like,
God.
ooh,
This is a problem.
That
Wait,
sounds
what?
cringy, but I have no idea what you're referring to.
It is a little bit. But anyway, our break is over. Is everybody back?
Hi.
Greetings.
hello.
Hello?
Who's this?
Hello, who's this?
Hi, Zool.
Hi, how's it going?
Who's this?
Mommy suck
Will.
mommy suck
Anyway.
mommy suck
I will come to where you live and smack you, Mega.
Good
I'll
luck.
personally smite
I
you.
will
It's
personally
$600, $700 for a round trip ticket.
I can save that money in a few months.
Just drive there, have a road trip.
Anyway.
That's true. Yeah.
Good luck getting through the Andes.
Just pick up Dan along the way.
Andes are
We'll
real
make
tough
we'll make a field
customers.
of it. That took a second to
Yeah,
register.
I didn't know if that was going to land or
That
not,
was
but
a
I'm
good
glad
one.
it did.
That was a good one.
Anyway, so yeah, library time over.
Got
Yeah.
that
Or
fucking song in my head.
just yeah.
You can
Yeah.
play-
Now
can-
you know why.
Although before Nova leaves, he is going to ask, do you know if it is possible to search for books by author?
Oh yeah, we got a cataloging system right over here, and he shows you this big, giant, room-sized
Card catalog?
console. Yeah, it is a card catalog, but with little tiny drawers. It is huge.
Oh, good. I will remember that for later.
Yeah, okay.
Before it's just using this time to basically cross-reference myths with her own specialty knowledge from her connection. Just what she knows, what she can figure out about mythology and as it connects to the god of destruction.
Boy, this could get really deep and really long.
It could, yeah. She's only spending an hour doing it, and I guess I could make an investigation check to see how well she does,
Mm.
and I as a player, I don't expect much from a single section of ancient mythology. 13.
Well, you don't find anything about the cult of the unspoken one. That's for sure.
Okay.
All you find is just a bunch of like creation myths, and some of them are accepted as theology today, and some of them are not.
Okay.
And yeah,
That's probably about what she expected. So she will finish up at the end of that hour. Her personally will sit there and be like, I really want to continue, but we've gotta get to those games.
okay. So everybody goes to the games then.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So as you are leaving the ancient city, you are seeing the arena district, also called the Valley, and all the venues they have just these blocks long lines coming out of each of them. So yeah, it looks like it might be a while.
I like, as just an aside, I like that we managed to just skirt right by the spa session for our characters.
I'll do it afterwards. It's all good.
I can tell you for certain that Jack kept everything on. There's nothing to show.
He did his laundry and took a bath at the same time.
Pretty much, that
I'm
was
wa-
his thinking. I'll clean
I'm watching-
It's
everything
like
at
that
once.
line.
I'm watching me in my clothes.
Yes. Oh shit.
Forrest probably
we
would
have-
have been a little I can't say a little. She would have been very different. She would have just been like edge of the pool, step in.
No, we could totally do
But
that.
yeah.
We could totally do that scene later. Just,
Yeah.
Neat.
That's assuming the city doesn't burn down. I mean,
For Myogo, hush. Damn it.
I mean, it's happened many times throughout history. I mean,
Don't-
who's to say?
I just don't want her to jinx anything.
Who's to say? I mean, I'm to say. I'm
There's-
the god
there's
of this universe.
jinxing, and then there's calling.
Why does everywhere I go burn?
Because you're
Oh,
made on
no.
fire.
So it
Says
D&D,
the
seems,
ladies
size of
and
Fire
gentlemen.
Genasi.
And all those between.
seems as though we will have a while to get into the games, unless some of us maybe would like to try to find the performers entrance.
I have an idea. Would I have
I
gotten
mean, we have a
like
private box, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
At
Yes,
every
that is
venue.
yeah,
true.
we have the pass from Arcton that just says this we're going in the box. Maybe
I still don't know why we want to go into a box.
It's a giant private room to watch the games from.
It's just not a literal box.
But then why do they call it a box?
Because it
Because
is
it's
shaped
box
like a
shaped.
box.
Yes.
But isn't it just a room? Then all rooms are
cool.
boxes.
pretty much yes.
This is
Technically.
becoming Highwaymen
Sounds about
versus
right.
Bandits all over again.
Welcome to Nova's character, I think.
Mhm.
Technically, you're not wrong.
By the way, Fringle, did you ever give me back those coins?
Yeah, here.
Oh, thank you. All right, so one coin for each of us, right? The one per person to partake.
For those who want to partake, I assume.
Well, I want to,
So, yeah.
so that's one. Is anyone else doing it? Because I got two more.
I will not
Sure.
be.
Nova immediately tenses up. It's no, thank you.
Come,
Sure.
Nova.
Sounds like
Uh,
fun.
Right. So that's Avne, Weira, Fringle, and Holly. Are you gonna be joining me?
No, thank you. Not in well.
Holly's got a little notebook, and she's like scribbling down odds and figures and stuff. Obviously going to be like acting as a bookie and taking bets instead of
All right. Well, that's great. 3 coins and 3 participants. That was much easier than I thought it was going to be. So, and he gives the coins to Weira and Avne.
Thank you.
Takes the
Let-
point.
Let's see if we can cheat the lines again.
Oh, please.
He's gonna try to find out where the archery thing is, and he's gonna try to present the coin like, I have this, let me through.
Oh boy.
All right, so you find your way to the to one of the halls, one of the great halls that houses some of these events, and you kind of push and elbow your way through. And going up to the gate, you do see more of those mechanical men that were, guarding the outside. Um, and they seem to be the ones that are, checking people's tickets and everything.
And I go up to one of them, and I hold up the coin, and I just say, I want to participate.
You hear the sound. This isn't the sound that Jacques would know, but Dan, the player, would know of like camera apertures just kind of shuttering and just like focusing on the coin. Ah, yes. Right this way. and he guides you around to the back.
Oh, that was easy. Let's hope the others can figure it out.
Let's see.
Oera was right behind you.
Oh, he wasn't paying attention.
So they take you to a tent around the back of this venue. This tent is also surrounded by several different temporary structures, tents and like yurts and everything. This is the probably the equivalent of the athletes' village uh, of like our modern Olympics in comparison to what you guys are experiencing. So you go up to this table where there's a few gnomes and a couple dwarves, just checking over different forms.
Pardon?
Huh? One of the dwarves speaks up and looks up at you. What is it?
Jack puts down the coin on the table. I would like to participate in the archery.
All right, that is indeed your right to do so. May I have your name?
Jacques.
Just Jacques.
Yes.
And are you representing any nation or just yourself?
The Well, the player was not expecting this. He does not know. You want? I'm going to. Wait, Afne, you want to go first before me? I need a moment, if that is all right. So I need to think about something.
The dwarf lets out a grumbly sigh. All right, fine. I'll put your form to the side. All right, you there.
Alright.
He,
Hmm?
he points to you, Avne.
Oh, yes. They'll put the coin down.
And are you gonna enter the archery as well, or?
No, I would like to, is there like a selection of it or somewhere
Yeah,
that they would know about?
there is a large chart directly behind this desk underneath the tent that shows all the events and it has like little notes of like the different participants pinned to the events. There's fencing, swimming, jousting, archery, grappling, track and field, feats of strength, and gymnastics.
Excellent. I would like to participate in jousting.
All right, your name, please.
Ovne de Belvaux.
All right. And are you representing a nation or yourself?
Well, not necessarily a nation, but myself, yes.
All right, very good. And what is your occupation?
Paladin of the Morelli clergy.
Okay, we just have to make sure we're not having any professionals in here. Very good. Okay.
Everybody squints at that.
This is about amateur competition. It's very much like the old school Olympics.
Yeah, I know. It was just like low key, like, oh.
Oh, not professional. Mm.
Mm. So it wouldn't have been fencing for me anyway. Whatever.
All right. Well, go ahead and go to that building there. Report to this station. Take this form, and this form, and your coin, and present it to the proctor there, and they'll lead you to where you need to go.
Excellent. Thank you.
And wherever your conversation goes, much the same. Are you representing a nation or just yourself?
Just myself.
Okay. So now that's taken care of. So, have you come to any decisions there, Mr. Lizard Folk?
Do I have to represent a nation? Could I represent a smaller group?
Well, you would, I mean, conceivably, but you'd still be representing the nation at large, but.
Uh, I will represent myself.
All right, then. Stamps a couple forms and hands you the paper and gives you the same spiel.
All right.
So, For the rest of you, you're at the other venues that are here, witnessing some of the events. Some of the other events that are going on right now, uh, there's a swimming competition which is won by a sea elf, of course, narrowly beating out a gnome, which was the big surprise, and a knoll, which is kind of a surprise, but not really because they like to swim. There's also the grappling events, which was won predictably by an orc from Sharp Sword, taking away the gold. Track and field, taken by yet another elf from the Viridionic states out east, the elf countries. And the feats of strength. Um, well, this is actually where Rathbone surprisingly made his way in somehow. He takes the gold, and everybody's cheering for him.
What do you know?
He wins
Oh,
Poor
by
how
guy.
wonderful.
and like with the strength competition, it was 3 rounds. Often carrying large stones across like a threshold of some sort, seeing who could carry it the longest. Rathbone easily won out amongst everybody. Then there was another one where he was to take the same stone and throw it over his head. That one he just narrowly won against another orc. And the third event was the lifting and holding of several weights while more weights were being added on top. He won that one pretty handily too. Go Rathbone.
Go
And
Rathbone.
Nova was watching very closely.
He did it all shirtless, even though it
And
was not
also
recommended.
and also in a kilt.
Sure, let's say he was doing it in a kilt.
Where are the bagpipes?
They'll play when they do the national anthems. They'll play bagpipes then.
Oh, good.
Although that's more. No, I'm not going to do it. And yeah, so that brings us to fencing with Weira. So Weira, here's what I'm going to need from you. This is going to be a round robin style tournament with every competitor facing each other at once. Or not at once, but at least once is what I meant to say. If you could roll me 3 dexterity checks.
There's a deck save though.
Yeah, those are saves, not checks. Over to the left where it has all your stats, you just click on the name of the stat. There we go. All right, let's see here. Gotta do some quick math. All right, well, Waver, you do pretty well in your last round. You make a really good show against a Tabaxi from Green Ember, who actually ended up being the champion of the whole event. Um, but he was able to narrowly edge you out, and you didn't place in any of the top 3, so you didn't receive any monetary rewards. You're I think you're muted right now. If you're saying anything.
I'll say it didn't cost me anything to get in, so I didn't lose anything.
Well, you lost that coin, but that was Jack's coin, so no worries.
Exactly. I lost someone else's coin. I'm fine.
All right.
Damn.
So now, let's.
Jack sneezes.
Avne, we're going to you for the joust.
Woohoo! Hi.
So, Avne, while you're at the joust, you're checking out the competition. Looks like you got a couple tabaxi from a couple different places. There appears to be a half elf and a full blooded elf. There's an orc predictably, they tend to dominate the majority of these events. Um, there is a rather small gnome, which is very peculiar because you'd think that he would probably be knocked off his horse almost immediately, but then again, maybe with a small target, he could be the one to just jab his lance in first. Who knows? Um, but then immediately right behind you, as you're observing the competition, come on,
No, what are you doing to me?
I don't know. I, I'm doing whatever Roll20 will allow me to do. There's just a die going slowly across the screen, and it was locking up on me. Let's see here. Oh hey, guess what D forgot to do.
You got to upload something.
Upload.
Yup. D forgot to upload. And I thought I got everything.
Loading. Loading.
Please hold. Do I not even have a picture on this computer? I'm going to be so mad.
I can't let you do that, Dave. D. Davey D. Diva Davadoo D.
DVD?
Diva. I
Eva.
can't let you do that, Diva.
Eva.
Well, so not only do I not have it uploaded, I also don't have an image that I can upload. So, guess I'll have to wait on. Oh, wait. Maybe this one might be too dark.
Is it who I think it is?
Is it who I think it is?
It might be.
Oh boy.
I'm just thinking of those. I'm like one of those crew members from Galaxy Quest, just like ah.
Ah 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 ah.
Oh, this isn't a very good drawing, but Avne, directly behind you, you feel a heavy hand on your shoulder.
It is.
It is.
Apologies for the warped sketch, everybody. I didn't have the cleaned up version on my computer, but anyway, you're in my way.
I'm sorry.
Not yet, you're not. And he kind of casually shoves you aside as he steps forth to the stables where they're keeping the horses.
Hmm. Well, apologies then.
So just describing. So the what Avne is seeing is a palm cockatoo kenku. They're these huge black feathered cockatoos. Sorry.
They're the most metal birds ever.
They have massive beaks. They have big red cheeks. Um, they look like they could rip a coconut in half. In fact, they probably could. They really like walnuts, so. Um, but he's freaking huge. He's like 7'3", biggest kenku ever. Probably he's even bigger than Arkston.
Oh god.
He's not carrying the axe here though. He is wearing that rather pointy armor.
Low key intimidated.
So Avne, roll me 1 animal handling and 2 strength checks.
You got it. Oh, damn it, that nat 20 on the other side. In
No, let me get that out of the way so the rolls will show up.
very nice.
Okay, so 13, 15, and 20. Okay, just a moment. Oh. Haha, this couldn't have happened better if I planned it.
Oh no.
So, and I actually forgot his last name. Shit. So, Avne, you perform rather admirably here. You get a little bit of a shaky start on your horse, but um, yeah, you're able to, keep things together and be able to, bond with this horse that you just met because the horse is provided by the city because horses are incredibly rare here. Um, but you're able to bond with it quite quickly and you're able to work through it. In your final tests, though, you have to go against this rather tall, disturbing, shadowy man. And
Mm-hmm.
and after two passes, he knocks you off the horse, and he hits like a freight train. You almost
Ow.
feel like you're going to die. So after the end of the round, he dismounts from his horse, and he walks up to you. I told you you'd be sorry. He narrows his eyes at you. You see nothing but contempt in his eyes for you, and you have no idea why.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
You will soon enough. And he walks off. The clerics, excuse me, sorry. The healing clerics instantly, once he clears the way, uh, they rush up to you and make sure that you get patched up really quickly.
Thank you.
And you walk away with the silver medal. And let me roll something. Sorry.
Go, Abne!
710 gold.
Oh
Jesus
shit!
Christ.
Yay.
Forrest, while watching all of this from the booth, Forrest leans over to Fringle and says, "I do not like the look of that contestant."
As you're saying this, you can feel his gaze set upon you.
I do not back down, and I just stare that fucker down from the booth.
You see a smile on his cheek, and he walks off again ominously.
I believe, Fringle, we have found a potential target.
So
Target for what exactly?
I think we have just seen a cult champion.
Okay.
speaking of targets, let's go to the archery field.
Hey.
Hey.
Segways.
So
Everyone's a target.
Jack, if you could roll me 3 dexterity checks, please.
Okay. Not great. Better. Average.
Okay, so 18. Okay, let's see here. So, Jack, your time at the archery field is not without its own set of drama. One of the competitors here is another Kenku. This one a crow Kenku, so run of the mill kind of regular Kenku. But he's dressed rather strangely. He's wearing a wide brimmed hat, He's got like a shawl or something on, or a poncho, and he's got a revolver at his side, in addition to the bow that he's carrying around. And the archery competition is a set of three different challenges. The first one being a stationary target, second one being a moving target where the target's on rails and moving back and forth, and the third is like a clay pigeon shoot off. Um, this Kenku kind of he's a little sloppy in the first round, but so are you. But then he just perfectly nails three bullseyes in a row on the moving target. And then when he does the clay pigeon target, uh, he nails every one of them but one. You, on the other hand, when it comes to the moving target, you are almost as good, but you miss an arrow. And then with the clay pigeon targets, you aren't able to you aren't able to get as many as most, but you do well outdo quite a few people in the field. So you end up walking away with the. Oh no, you don't get the bronze medal. Sorry. Um, so you don't actually get a cash prize or a medal or anything for your trouble. But this other Kenku here, he's giving you the eyes. He doesn't like you.
Jack is curious about this because he doesn't even like dislike. He's sort of like throughout watching this, he's like inside respecting this person like for their better accuracy. And I mean, Jack has never done anything like this before. He's only really hunted and fought, so this is all new to him.
Hmm.
It's kind of strange because he just kind of like goes up and tries to give a handshake, like congratulations, you did quite well.
He looks at your hand, then looks up at you. You're taller than him by head and shoulders, but he still puts off a pretty menacing presence. His eyes, now that you're close to him, you can tell they are blood red. And I'm just uploading a picture of him because guess what? I forgot to upload that picture too.
Hmm.
Get your hand away from me.
No, what's wrong? Afraid I was going to beat you?
I don't lose to people like you.
Uh, don't lose to them in these kind of competitions. It's my first time in one of these, which is why I didn't do quite so well. In the wilds, though. And he just stops and smirks a bit.
In the wilds or in arenas, I'm unbeatable. But the bow is not my weapon of choice. And he pulls out one of his revolvers and does a little spin trick with it.
And it's like, oh, that's cute. It's very small and fancy, I suppose. Form over function.
Oh, it functions quite well, I assure you. But let me tell you this, don't mistake small for lacking in power.
Oh, don't you worry. I know power quite well. At this point, Jack has already taken away his hand and he's glaring down at this Kenku.
I have better things to do.
And yet you're here.
Narrows his eyes at you again. Were we not in the middle of one of the busiest cities during the busiest time in all of a decade, I would end you right here and now.
That's real cute.
He just smirks and then he walks off.
Jack says nothing after that, but he does watch him carefully.
He he leaves the venue and he disappears into the crowd.
Is anyone watching this scene happen?
A couple people are kind of just, pretending they didn't see it.
Is this happening at the same time as the jousting?
It is, yes. It's in a
Okay.
separate arena.
Okay.
By the way, you guys' pass is at every single venue in here. There's like a private box for you. So,
Hell
like,
yeah.
if anybody's watching Shaq, you see that scene unfold. But you don't hear anything because you're far away.
After that, Jack is just gonna, find his way back to the tents and see if they need him for anything else.
See if who needs you.
I feel like the people running the place need him to do anything else. Like he's not partaking in any stuff, but he doesn't know if he can just leave.
Yeah, they tell you can leave. It's fine.
And, well, then he'll try to find his way to the others or whoever he could find first.
Okay, so you all gather just in time to watch the gymnastics events, and you all gather in the private box. And the gymnastics are fun. It ends up being won by a halfling, surprising nobody, but she does a rather impressive floor routine. There's an uneven bars routine that she just blows right away because she's short and can spin super super quickly. Um, and I'm struggling to think of another gymnastics event. Crap. The balance beam. Yeah, she does flips up and down the balance beam and just blows everybody away.
Daphne will applaud.
Does anybody want to discuss what they saw?
And I will just say Avney's acting quieter than normal.
Jack will speak up. So, this, on the Kenku in my competition, I'm pretty sure he won. I wasn't betting it. Oh, no, yeah, he did. He won. Uh, I don't know his name, but, he seems to have it out for me. Even though I didn't win, I didn't even get in the top 3, but I think we may have a likely enemy.
Oh, so you too?
Who got mad at you?
I do not know. It wasn't much. It was another Kinku, but not like one I've ever seen before. Just tall, black, very strong, giant beak. I've never seen anything like it, and he just did not like me. I did nothing to him.
Well, the Kenku I saw, think it was a crow, and fancy little hat, kind of a shawl over him. And although he used a bow, he bragged about using his what he called them. Did he say revolvers?
He didn't say revolvers, but they are revolvers, and you would know
Okay.
what a revolver is based on what Regis had shown previously.
Mm. And he had these revolvers, showed them off, and said, "I don't know. Guess he would be coming for me. Maybe us."
Perhaps.
Oh, and he had these blood red eyes. So if you see a crow looking like that with revolvers and blood red eyes, um, don't let them shoot you.
Noted. Well, I don't know what else I can say for the figure I met. Other than he was rather rude, shoving me out of the way and almost shattering one of my ribs, but it's part of the game.
Anybody else got any words to say?
We were just trying to look at the two of them like, everyone in my event was all polite.
Well, I'm glad you had an enjoyable experience.
Oh,
By the way, how did everyone do? I came in. Well, I don't know. I didn't win, so.
I
Oh,
came in about the middle of the pack.
oh, they just show off the silver medal around their neck.
Oh, you got
This,
written.
Congratulations. That's pretty
oh,
awesome.
thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry, are you three at the box or still like out on the
Box.
field or
One of the box.
everybody is gathered at the
Everybody
box.
is gathered.
At one of the
Okay.
boxes watching the gymnastics competition.
Okay.
Mhm.
I apologize. Uh, Forrest is just going to say congratulations to all of you. Seems you all did well.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you guys were able to have fun.
What about the rest of you?
It was enjoyable watching. Well, not enjoyable watching you get injured, Avne, but enjoyable in general watching the event.
Well, it is a game after all. It
Holly's
would.
just sorry, go ahead.
No, no good.
I was just saying Holly's just counting some coins and stuff and looking kind of pleased with herself and jotting down a few extra numbers in her book and putting her suddenly larger wallet like back in her skirt pocket.
Yeah, Holly, you got a total of 250 gold uh from the bets you
Nice.
made.
Yay!
Very nice.
Nice. Well, it wasn't very enjoyable getting punctured in the ribs, but I'm alright now.
I'm sure. I can imagine. As well, there was some things that happened with your Kinku, Avne.
Hmm?
After after you were talking with him, he seemed to know exactly where we are, and in fact, knew when I was watching him. Very strange. He looked right up to the box, right up to me.
Is it possible he could have just been scanning the area?
He did not seem to be scanning. He did not look around. He just looked directly towards me.
It's rather odd.
And did you say he said some things to you?
Yes.
What were they again, if I may ask?
Mm, it was nothing much, mostly just threats. Like,
Please,
I asked if I knew who he was, and you just said, you will soon enough.
we have encountered another type of kinku, not terribly unlike them before.
Where was this at?
Bend.
Right.
Oh, fuck.
Are you implying what I think you're implying?
Well, consider this. Currently, we are at the largest gathering that will be happening for. I'm sorry, out of character. The
4 years.
games happen 4 years. Thank you. Thank you. The largest gathering for the next 4 years. Currently, there are the gods only know how many hundreds, thousands of people here, all in this tight, cramped space with immediately after the cult decided to have a few shows of power and attempt to burn multiple towns to the ground. And it is strange that out of nowhere, with us having, as far as we knew, killed every single cultist we have ever encountered, except for one. And suddenly, these two other Kinku seem to know exactly who we are, where we are, and are making threats against our lives. I have been wondering if they're, well, maybe not wondering so much as fairly certain that there was going to be some sort of unplanned event that the cult was going to introduce. And I think we just met two of them. Or rather, I think you and Jack just met two of them.
That seems
Jacques,
quite
Jacques, with
possible.
your hmm?
That seems quite possible.
It's possible. Jacques, did your figure that encountered you act like he knew who you were?
No, not really.
Hmm.
He said he's been undefeated in the violets and in the arena. That he had to leave because he had better things to do.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But I'm thinking there was also that vulture. Although I never saw him in person, he did invade my dreams. The one I saw in the midst of a burning town in forest was, I believe it was you, Usnar, uh, Fringle, and fuck, who was it?
Where,
Wera, yeah, that's it. Uh, you were all on the ground dead, and he was holding one of your heads. And I think that was either about the band or the other town, but
I believe that was Bend, considering that that was when we saw him.
if you already knew of us then, to actually appear in my dreams, whether it was him or the some other thing, then how were you to say that it was only because of the one cult if you ran into, or recent, I suppose, that they know who we are. Maybe they've
This
known.
is this is fair, and to provide further examples for your own line of thought. Our very first encounter with anything even close to the cult was immediately after we had met with Monsieur Blount. I do not think for a moment that those 6 possessed villagers were looking for Blount. I think they were looking for us.
So since day one, we have a target on our backs.
Yes, but what could we have that they're looking for?
We had, we all had items.
You know, that one
We
puzzle.
all, we, we all came to the same place with cursed objects. I wonder if for the time they were able to to track us in some way.
It is entirely possible. There is, on top of all of these cursed items, I have another one that they might be very interested in as well. You've seen me use it a few times, the crystal.
Hmm.
But the real question is, what do they plan to do here? It is very different to attack a city like this compared to a place like Bend. It's a very large place with lots of people and lots of security. I do not think it is going to be an easy feat.
Maybe.
It is a large place with a lot of people and a lot of automated security.
All
And
they need is someone to panic, and then everything goes down.
that is part of it. One of they could use several things, and while I think this is a bit of a stretch, or rather a big stretch. The name that the automatons have, it is worryingly close to the name of the creature we have been fighting against. And I'm not entirely certain how much anyone really knows of these automatons. Though I think there is a rather easy way to find out that bit of information.
Yes, there is more than likely information in the library.
There is that. I was thinking of somewhat a closer source that might be a little more specialized in that regard and maybe have information the library does not. Uh, hmm?
You hear a knock at the
Knock.
door.
I'll go get it.
Zul, as you open the door, it's Rathbone.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Rathbone.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, nice medal. Did you see mine? Ah,
Congratulations, my friend.
yeah,
Yes, I loved watching you. Uh, uh,
yeah, yeah. I didn't think I was. Didn't think I still had that kind of strength in me after all this time.
The strength was always in your heart.
And
Yeah,
in your muscles.
flex.
they they are quite large.
Yeah,
Never. Are you there?
Yeah, yeah, yes, I'm here.
Okay. Okay, you're worrying me.
Sorry, I I don't know. I have been very weird all day, and I don't know why.
It's quite alright. We're all a little weird.
yeah.
Well, if you will excuse me for just a moment, I have a message that I'm going to send very quickly.
Alright.
Uh, and she just kind of like steps away from the group and goes into like a corner of the box, not facing away from the group or anything, but very much absorbed on herself. And she takes out the crystal and the copper wire and puts the copper wire up to her mouth and the crystal at the other end of the wire. And she is going to send or attempt to send a message to Blount using the sending spell. If I remember correctly, I have 25 words
Yep.
with that. I'm just going to bring that up.
Yep.
Yeah, 25 words or less. She's just going to say very simply, Pardon-moi, Monsieur Blount, this is Forrest. Pardon the intrusion. Would you be so kind as to tell me if anything is known about the automatons in the city?
I lost count of how many words that was, but I'm just gonna let it
Hold on.
pass.
I, I,
Next time,
I'll count it out as I'm doing the thing. I should have done that.
I wouldn't worry about it. Like we'll let it pass this time. Blount responds. They've been around for thousands of years. They have kept this city safe as they can. A few have even found lives outside of the city. And that's the end of his message.
Mm, tempted to use another one, but that would be my last spell slot. Forrest will kind of furrow her brow, but put away the copper wire and the crystal.
Very good. All right. Well, we are winding down the session, but before we do that, is there anything else anybody else wants to communicate about?
Hmm. Shaq does want to say one more thing.
Okay.
It concerning of when these cultists may have started tracking us. They were the ones that did show up back home when my clan was killed. No, I can't say for sure if they knew about it back then, but considering I'm still alive, I doubt it. But if they know who we are, they know who I am, then I'm going to let them come to me as within a certain distance. Sometimes the best way to hunt a beast is to let it think it's got you cornered, and then just launch a surprise of your own. It's sounds stupid, but we don't even know where they're gonna be.
Forrest nods in agreement. Says, "Well, then with such a plan, I think you are correct. If they are coming after us, uh, the question there, though, is where would we wish to face them?
Someplace we can get an advantage with as little people as possible.
Yeah. Don't want as few innocent bystanders as can be.
It would
Mm,
seem
I
that there may not be such a place in the city at this time. Yes,
I
Nova?
can try to do some research.
I believe we can all do our part.
If need to be, I may have to act as bait. I hate the idea, but fuck it. If it helps, at least they'll be in line of sight.
We will be ready for whenever they come to us.
I think there's someone at the door again.
I believe that is.
This box is very popular.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, Rathbone is here, so why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Open the door.
When you open the door, it's everybody's favorite Blue Jay Kenku. It's Islington. Hey.
Yay!
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, hello, Lissington.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
He looks at Rathbone, who's shirtless. Hello. Well, I was wondering if I could borrow Nova for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just out here in the hall. No, nothing big.
Nova follows him to wherever.
I'll leave you to it then.
Okay, so this is going to be the last bit. Anybody else have any other unfinished business?
Nope.
I
Okay.
got nothing.
Alrighty then. So Nova, you join Islington out in the hall, who is he's kind of shifting around a little bit, shuffling his feet, rubbing his hands together, not really looking at you directly, um, for the most part. He's acting very unusual. So, have you been enjoying the game so far?
Oh, it was very lovely. Lots of very talented people.
I bet. I know Rathbone made quite a decent showing, didn't he?
Oh, yes, he's very strong.
Yeah. Um. So, there's more games in town. Just beyond what's here at the arenas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's actually some fighting going on. Or has been going on for the last couple of weeks here in town. It's called the Under Games. It's kind of on the down low, on the subversive. Uh,
Oh, I seem to remember Bluford mentioning something along those lines.
oh yeah, he's a good bloke. He is. Met him a couple times. Anyway, um, so and he rubs the back of his head as he's looking down and away. Just wondering if you're not busy tomorrow night. I'm gonna be fighting in the games. Be nice to have somebody in my corner.
Oh, well, I would be more than happy to come.
Oh, that's great. uh, great. Well, hey, listen. So it's taking place at this little tavern, uh, outside the south wall. Where like the little ramshackle villages are. Um, it's called the Salty Pod. It's not a great place, but it's where the fights are happening outside the city limits. The robots won't stop it.
Ah, I see.
I mean, I can.
It's like, no.
Go ahead.
Oh, he was just like, as he was, he's speaking, he's jotting down some notes so he doesn't forget.
If you want, I mean, I could come pick you up at the hotel and take you there myself. So you don't have to worry about you know things.
Oh, thank you. That'd be very helpful.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I will see you tomorrow. Awkward wave.
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow.
And with that, that ends our session for this evening.
Nova just got invited on a date to Fight Club.
Yep.
Don't talk about Fight Club.
We don't talk about it though. Okay, so, oof, that was a noise.
Sorry, that was me accidentally hitting my mic.
All right.
Can't believe Nova's got date game.
Oh no!
And he doesn't even know it.
Nope.
That's what makes it fun. All right.
Sweet summer child.
Yes. So we are going to raid Alfred, Paper Box House's stream now.
Woo!
Everybody have a wonderful night, and thanks for joining us. And Akira, thank you so much for the donation to the GoFundMe. I did just see that just now. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Ciao, bye.
Bye.
2, 1, let's raid. There we go.
Yahoo!